Hello, my friends. How are you? Delay, as always, because I'm live. So if you're watching this after the fact, I'm just going to talk for a bit before everybody can see me. Hello, hello. How are you? Hello, friends. Happy Friday night. It's been a while. So just waiting for us to go live. There we are. We're live. Hello, hello. How you doing out there? It's been a while, right? It's been a while. Very excited to see you guys after, I don't know, how long has it been? A couple of weeks. I was really trying to keep this enforced break, but then I'm like, I haven't talked to anybody in a while. Like if I stay away too long, maybe they'll never come back. So I'm like, we'll do a live tonight. So in typical Vicky fashion, I have hardly any voice. Been working lots to do, getting the Christmas kits, the peppermint kisses. We are kitting them actively. And oh, do you want exciting news? The albums are shipping. They're arriving next week and they'll be shipping. So there will be an actual Peppermint Kisses album that I don't have a sample of or anything yet, but I know it's going to be beautiful. So very, very excited about that. You're going to find that you're going to get ribbon in that kit because it's not listed because I was having a panic. I'm like, maybe the album's not going to make it again, and was looking for alternatives, and then got an email right before I committed to the alternative and found out that yes, we will get to use that beautiful Peppermint Kisses album in the weekend event. So again, if you guys have not ordered your kit for that, you're going to want to. It's going to be good. We're going to be doing that class in October prior to me leaving for New Zealand and Australia. It's going to be good. So you're going to also get ribbon and pom-pom ribbon in that kit because I ordered it. It's going to be good. Added some more cardstock too. We're kitting it. It's beautiful. I can't wait to start making samples for that and doing all the things. But before I clean my desk off to get it ready for tonight, I'm working on the class for the 10 plus layout using, I'll show you, using the Simple Stories stuff, right? So I was fussy cutting. It's you watch. I'll post little sneak peeks. I have about 20 of those kits left. So if you want a whole weekend or a whole day of crafting and making, right now I have 12 layouts planned. There could be more, you know how I roll. So all of the things have been shipped at this point. For if you ordered the Where to Next albums and the pocket pages, I've shipped those. Now we're working on Christmas, and now I'm working on samples like a crazy lady because I know a lot of you guys, when you see the samples, you're going to want to get in on it just like you did with the other 10 plus layout class, and then they were gone. So like I said, there's about 20 kits left. If you're like, yeah, I think I want to play along with that one, it's going to be good. I'm laying all the stuff out, and it's going to be so pretty and unexpected. That's all I have to say. Because I'm sure a lot of you were looking at maybe the little things kit and you're like, it's cute, but I don't know if it's for me. When we layer it with all that black, it's yellow, pink, red, green, and black and gray. It's going to be very pretty. It's going to be very pretty. So very excited for that. So that's coming, and I'll start putting samples up or sneak peeks of Peppermint Kisses as well, because I think that one introduced so early because it's the middle of the summer that a lot of you guys are like, oh, you know, I can wait. I'll wait. And then that's what's going to happen, that there won't be any left. So if you are so inclined, go and visit vickybooten.com. The kits, I move them around because you probably couldn't find the one. They are listed under the Peppermint Kisses and under the 10 plus layouts for the watch, because one is access only for the 49 in market, and the other one is the little things, 10 plus layout series, the little things. So I have not done access only. Some people have asked, and I'm like trying to sell some more of the kits before I do that, but it's coming soon because I have to get all of the things done and posted this week, right? Because I keep thinking like we have lots of time left, and we don't. We don't, right? Think, what is that class, next weekend or the weekend after? Someone look at that for me, Natalie, if you can, please. And hello, friend. So take a look at that. Hi, Mindy. How are you? Hello, Carmen. Hello, Kari. Hi, Vicky Elizabeth. How you guys doing? Hi, Sharon. I don't know about how beautiful the face is, right? It's been a lot lately. It's been a lot. So I'm hoping that my connection will be good. August 27th. So I don't even know what the date is. That's 10 days or so. So it's not next weekend, the weekend after, is it? Or is that next weekend already? Oh my goodness. I'm not good with the maths. Hi, Lou. How are you? It's nearly, yes, New Zealand, Australia trip. And I'm working on samples for that. Oh my, that kit. If you guys live in Australia or New Zealand and want to come and hang out with us in Brisbane at Natalie May's amazing event, it's going to be called the Best of Vicky. So the Best of Vicky B, and it's pieces of a bunch of my collections mixed together. I'm going to be making an album and layouts, and the kit is humongous, and it's going to be super exciting because I've never done that before, right? I'm mixing my own collections together. It's going to be so good, right? Do you know what time of day your SBC Fest class will be? I have no clue, Jennifer. None at this point. I do not know any of that, but I'll let you know when I find out, right? Does a 10 plus layout class include written instructions or just the photos in your video? What I've been doing is there's not written instructions, but anyone who was here and did the, it's going to be a cutting diagram. You will have a cutting diagram, but I don't do written instructions because that's the whole idea, that it's really just kind of cropping and creating together. But you will find that the 49 and Market one went really well. And everyone knows their own kind of learning style, right? So for some people, they might want to watch it the first time and then create, or do what you can, maybe work on one page. But we do all the cutting together. We number all of the pieces, and you will find you don't need written instructions for it. I find, help me out, friends that have taken my classes, right? Help my friend out asking the question, do you find that those classes are pretty easy? I listened because the first time I did one was the vintage one, and there was nothing. We just sat and made. So what I do now is I make a whole set of layouts ahead of time, and then do the cutting diagram. So we cut together and then we assemble. And I really feel like the process is easy. Yes, thank you, Jenny. The process is easy, right? The video is all you need. I think for those ones, that is the true fact. You will find that, and I walk through all of it, the layout, that you can then pause it to look. So I find, now I say that, but maybe that's not your style of learning, right? So you need to do what you need to do that will work for you. But like I said, you are going to be surprised. A lot of people are like, yes, right away for the 49 and Market Gardenia one, because it's rainbow, it's bright. They're like, yes, I love this. But I'm telling you, it's going to be that dark horse, the other layout class. And then what I hope you guys get used to as I move forward doing some of these classes, that is just a way to fill your album. When we're doing, like the other one, we did 7 double page layouts, I think 7 or 8. There were a lot of pages in the Gardenia one. It's a great way to actually get your scrapbooking done. So that's kind of my whole thing, is layouts have made this huge comeback that people want layout classes, which forever it wasn't the case. So that's why I started doing it, because it's product I'm like excited to use that doesn't have my name on it. And then it's a way for us to get stuff done and spend time together. So that's kind of what the thoughts were behind it. 7 double page layouts. Yeah, there was lots in there and lots left, right? Didn't you guys find there were tons of stuff left in the kit, right? Single pages, please. I won't ever do that, Pamela, because this is what I have to say. Any page that I make, have you noticed there's titles on both sides? So any of the pages can be singles. You do not have to use them as double page layouts. But what happens is, I would say the majority of layout makers are like double pages. So I just do the doubles because I feel like people who like singles, just split them. You don't have to use it as a double page layout. They have titles on both sides always, right? So you can use it as a single or a double, but you will find that I would say the majority of people who will be unhappy are going to be if I don't do double. So majority, unfortunately, or fortunately, wins, because you still can put lots of stuff on there or use them, split them up, right? I haven't done double pages in a long time. Here's the thing though, for you guys who are like major crafters on your own, who maybe class kits aren't a big thing. If you don't buy class kits, it's because you can look at a sketch or a layout and just kind of do your own thing. With a lot of people who like lead classes, it's their double page layouts. I don't know, how do you feel about that? But a lot of you vocal ones are probably the majority that are kit buyers. Like, so the question, right? You say that, but do you buy the layout kits? Because I would say a lot of you probably, if you are single page layout makers, a lot of you don't probably even buy layout kits. You'll buy product and make your own things, but I could be totally wrong. But like I said, my double pages are very easy to split. Very easy to split. You can use any of them, and you have tons left over. I usually have an alpha sticker in there, so you can customize them and do your own thing. So I find you'll be fine. I don't make double page layouts. If you notice, when we're doing a Friday Night Live, it's not my thing. I like singles. I like mini books is really my thing, and mixed media art. But see, Jennifer doesn't buy kits. So there's the whole thing that a lot of you guys that are like, oh, I want single page layouts, or I like single photo layouts, and that, I would say you're probably not somebody who buys those kind of kits. You might buy other things or classes like gel plate printing or photography class or an art class, because you're like, oh, that's something new that I want to learn. But when you're more a freestyler when it comes to layout making, I want to see now. I want your feedback, because we're having like little chatty chat time, right? Hello, Nadine. How are you? Hi, Mitzi. Hi, Teresa. How are you? I have used many of the double pages as singles for the same occasion. Yes, because it's kind of tells the same story, right? Love that. Love your kits and layouts. Thank you, Rosemary. Spot on, girl. Well, and the whole thing is like, I'm not a knower of all the things, but I've been around for a long time and teaching classes for a long time. So I love that you guys push me by doing the doubles. It pushes me to do things that I wouldn't normally do. But like I said, so you guys do those things with me, and then do the mini books, because I love mini books. 6x8 albums are my jam. I have so much to talk to you about. We're going to get into doing into doing some kind of crafting today, but I feel like I haven't talked to you guys for a long time. I have lots to talk about. I had to have a drink because I'm really dry. I don't know why. What was I going to say? Oh, so I've moved in to my new space. Not new space. This is, the studio's not going anywhere. This space is like my haven, right? Where I come down to create, and all of my things, all of my precious are down in the spaces in the basement of our home. But I needed a new space to kit kits and to have product easily accessible for filling orders, and to have people that I don't necessarily want to have everybody in my house doing the things. You know what I mean? It was time that I needed to clean my brain, like clear out all of the space in there and have my home back. So I've moved to this new space, right? To this new space that I'm reading comments, and Vicky obviously can't do two things at once, which I love. I will share with you guys soon. Right now, Peppermint Kisses is exploded all over it, right? So we're kidding those because, as you guys know, the classes are my main source of income, like doing the classes, selling the kits, doing the access only, the education part is how, as an artist, right? You'll hear any artist will talk about, like, when you have product with your name on it is not, you can't pay the bills with that. Well, at least paper crafters can't, right? So my way to do it is selling kits or putting classes where it's education based together. And that's generally, right, how I do these things and why I'm still here doing it and still as passionate and loving it as in the beginning. So I needed it out of my house. I needed it climate controlled so that we could do it all the time. And now, once Rich and I are going to work tomorrow, he's going to be doing your card stock, because Peppermint Kisses one, I added more. Like, there's 4 sheets of red, 2 sheets of pine, 4 sheets of white, 1 peachy pink color, 1 lime green, a black. Like, there's a lot of cardstock. So he's going to do that, and I'm going to be unpacking and putting stuff up. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow, right? It feels good. Like, when I go in there, I literally feel good. So I'm going to share pictures, because I have to share all the decorating stuff that I'm doing. Because everybody's like, isn't this like your kind of space just to like kit orders and pack stuff? And I'm like, yes, but I'm Vicky Booten and I like to decorate. So I can't wait to share it with you. So it's coming. It's coming. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. When he's done golfing, we're going there. I don't know where I was going with this, but the point is, I'm excited to share that. I just got back from a week ago from the 3 Craft Chicks event, the Lake Washi. A lot of you guys were there, and oh my goodness, to get to hug people and talk to people and feel so much freaking love. I can't even tell you. It was completely overwhelming. I do this, right? And I talk to myself, and I chat with you guys on here online, right? But we aren't really, like, you're not having a full-on conversation. We're having an online conversation. So to get to meet so many of you in real life and hug and chat, and oh my goodness, it really was pretty special. And those ladies at 3 Craft Chicks, man, they put on quite the event. It was a huge undertaking. So exciting that we got through 1, and I will be at 2. I'll be at 1 in the spring, and then I'll be at Lake Washi next year. So very exciting. That was awesome. Telling you that Michelle and Lauren and Jim, her husband, and they all were like just amazing. It was really awesome. So very excited to be back from there. That was great. Hit the ground running because I was away and I missed Devin's birthday. So my poor children, right? And then find out while I'm away, she goes to me, oh, my graduation is October 27th. And I leave on October 25th for New Zealand. So I'm missing her graduation from hygiene, but I'm flying her to on the second cruise. So anybody who's doing the cruise with me in Australia, for the second one, you'll get to meet my lovely daughter, Devin, who has to pack bikinis that cover her bum. That is the only prerequisite. And she tells me they're granny panties. And I don't know anybody out there with daughters who wear bikinis. Granny panties, man, they wouldn't have wanted to see the bikinis we were wearing, because I certainly, like, I wore, like, we wore the big bottoms and stuff. I don't know, but it's very funny. So I came back to that. She then had a pool party. So I was getting everything ready, and our windows were being replaced. So it was literally chaos, right? When we rolled in. So then over to the shop doing stuff. So I have been very quiet on the social medias because I don't know what to share other than, like, do I share the chaos? I don't know. Look at the California shutters all over my house because Rich took them down and then they put the windows in, right? So yeah, your daughter wears the smallest bikinis. I get it. It's what they do. But I laugh when she was going to her friend's house tonight, and they were going in the hot tub. So she goes, I have my granny panty bikini on. And I'm like, You mean the one that actually covers your behind? Yeah, so very funny. So very excited to be back. I need a vacation. Vicki, I don't know when that's ever going to happen, to be honest with you, but it's exciting. And then guess what else? So I'm actively designing the spring collection, and it is really fun, and it's very Vicki. So when it is done, you guys are going to be so excited for that. And then guess what happens literally at the end of this month? Be watching for it, because I will be sharing with you my new fall collection. So if you're a retailer out there, you probably got a sneak peek of it. I think that the PDF has gone out. I can't share any of the information yet, but it's very pretty. It's very pretty. I think that you guys are going to love that. So, right, we have Christmas rolling in. We have still working with where to next, because I feel like it still needs its place in the sun. And then the fall collection is going to be rolling in, right? Spring collection. Yes, we're working on it, Jennifer. We are actively designing it. And that's another thing. I spent, I think, all day Thursday, the entire day, just a brain dump of all the ideas for the pattern paper, for the thickers, I just spent, and I fake design because I don't know how to do computer things. I hand draw. So it was a lot. It was a lot. It was good. So Vicki, I schooled my daughter on how to take a picture from up high. I love that, Lisa, right? It is really makes a difference on the gobble gobble. So what questions? Let's talk, guys. Looking forward to the fall collection. Me too, Debbie. You guys are going to love it. It really is beautiful. It's like grays and navy and purples. And if you guys like Fernwood and what other fall collections, I can't even remember any of them. Print Shop, that kind of, if when the collections come out, because you know the spring summer I find are very bright and playful, and then the fall collections are a little bit more mature. I don't know how, just darker, right? A little darker palette. So if you love that, I find these ones are always super popular. So be watching for it. And if you like doing my class kit weekends, that one will go up for sale, but we won't do it till the new year because I love it. I think we have Christmas, right? So I like to have something to look forward to when here in North America, and where we live, it's gray and dark and snowing and yucky, that in the end of January or early February, we have a weekend event to look forward to before we roll into the next thing. So just be ready for that one, right? It's going to be fun. Fall ones seem more moody. Yes, it's just earthier, and I don't know, and the art in it. A lot of the art in the fall one I sent a whole bunch of my gel plate backgrounds, and so the textures and stuff are from that. And there are leaves in it, but it was more as a design element. So we could definitely do our fall pictures in there. Maybe we'll throw one in there, but it's good. But it's not, pumpkins, sweaters, apple cider. It's not that kind of thing, because I need longevity with the collection. So that's good. So my 27-year-old baby thinks a bikini involves bicycle shorts and a top that comes with the shorts. I love that. They're all different, right? Love the color palette for fall. My niece is a visual and creative artist and will eventually learn graphic design. I love that. I went to school for it, but in my day, we didn't have computer design. We did it all by hand. Great to have this to look forward to after the holidays. I agree. I like the idea of doing that class after the holidays when we need some happy. I agree, Alyssa, because it's Alyssa, right? Or is it Elisa? Alyssa is what I think it is. Alyssa, but I could be wrong. It's too much of a rush to try to jam it all in, and I'm gone for over a month, right? So we did that with Print Shop, and I think it worked beautifully. And then you have the option of purchasing it right away or getting it as a Christmas gift. And then we have something to look forward to, like you said, the new year. Hello, Wanda from Tennessee. How are you? What questions? Have I missed anything? Say it again instead of me going backwards, right? Vicky's fall collection is gorgeous. It is like Fernwood and Storyteller had a very beautiful baby. Yes, and maybe even a little print shop in there. When you say Natalie, it's very fun. So Alyssa, I love that. President's Day weekend is 4 days of creating at a retreat with friends. A new collection and workshop with you would be great. I love that. Right? That's great. When's President's Day's weekend? I don't even know that. I'm in Canada, so I should know all of the things, but I don't. So do we have any questions or anything you want to talk about before we flip it and do some stuff? Hello, Sarah Miller House. How are you? No questions. Just so excited for the collections coming. Me too. You do a beautiful job with them. And I will be very excited to see with the fall collection, right? Because it's not necessarily, it's not rainbows and butterflies. Like I said, there's a lot of grays and black in it, which I really have an affinity for. If you look at my lines, it's either gray, black, or navy, because I feel like as a design element, it really makes all of the colors pop. Wait till you see the collection we're working on right now. There's one paper that I said to Melissa when we were working on it, I'm like, this is gonna be like, people are gonna go freaking nuts over this paper. It's gonna be good. Hi, Rachel. I owe Rachel an email. Because the other thing I'm working on with my friend Rachel is Rachel does beautiful mixed bags of sequins. They're gorgeous. So I'm working with her and she's messaged me, but I need an assistant. At some point, somebody's going to come and work for me. I need that to happen. We're going to do a custom Rachel mix of embellishments. So that's going to be in the release of, I almost told you the name of it and I can't tell you yet, with that collection. So I owe her an email. I haven't got there yet. Hi, Jody. How are you in Jamaica? I'm very jealous. I wish I was in Jamaica with you too, friend. Okay. Hi, Diana. Hola, chica. How are you, my Puerto Rican friend? Okay. So let's flip the camera and let's do the things. We can talk. You don't have to look at me to have a conversation. I went and got my nails did too. And I laugh because they're like flat. Like I went coffin. Well, they're not really because they're very short, but I don't know if I like it. You're going to see when I flip the camera around. Hi, Valerie. How are you? Hi, Kari. Did I go to the Barbie movie? I did, Julie. And I've had a lot. Here, funny story. So when I was in Spokane, I met a lovely lady whose dad worked for Mattel, and he actually was the designer of the Barbie logo from the 80s. And adorable lady, had a Barbie t-shirt on. So, like we were best friends instantly. And that was awesome. And we had lengthy conversations because I'm like, I feel like I can't share things because some of you guys haven't seen the movie yet, right? But I came away with some feelings about the movie. Because Vicky is this person who really feels like we should love everyone. The world should be full of kindness and it should be very inclusive. Like it's in my being. I really believe that we lead with kindness. It should be, I'm in no way a perfect human being. I have lots of flaws, but the one thing I try to do is really see where other people are coming from and lead with kindness. And so there were parts of that movie that I have been educated a little, so I feel a little bit better about where I stood in it. But all I will say is I felt sorry for Ken. And that probably is not going to be a popular opinion, not for the craziness in the end of the movie, but the beginning and his portrayal, like how he was portrayed in this movie in the beginning, like that he really had no place, right? He was not important. And again, it has nothing to do with men and women. It just made me very sad that we would treat another human being like they are not important, seen, like, I don't know. So that was kind of how I felt about the movie. And I feel like, remember, we need to have this whole, is that Deborah? Thank you. Amazing lady. And so she schooled me a little, like we had a chat and I'm like, because I'm always open to that. I love open conversations about these things, but I don't know. I just think as women, I feel, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it's the age I am and my experience, but that when we have an opportunity where we should do better, like I feel like we're better. So I don't know. And maybe maybe I'm wrong, because the younger generation, the girls tell me like, no, they like, yeah, it's the movie for the girls and all the rest of it. But I feel like if we were the ones in power and in charge, is it just role reversal? I don't know. And I could be completely wrong, right? It would not be the first time, but that's how I kind of came away from it. I felt, I don't know, I felt bad for Ken. Not at the end, because then, I don't know, it was all what you would expect would happen, right? But it is not the movie I expected I was going to see. I will say that. I really thought I was going to be reliving my childhood dreams and awesome experience being a full-on Barbie girl and lover of everything Barbie. And in the opening credits, like when they're showing stuff, and Peaches and Cream Barbie is there, and I love her. I remember that freaking Barbie doll with the peach chiffon dress, and she had this peach chiffon boa with the ring. Do you remember, like, Superstar Barbie? Like, these things mattered to me. That necklace, the earrings, the ring. Still love that stuff. So it's not a man bashing movie. I wouldn't say that. So I'm not going there, because to me, like, look, as women, we've lived this whole life. We kind of know what the world is like. And so it's not that. I just felt like, I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking at it all that. But I really thought Pretty in Pink Barbie, I loved her. I had her too. And Western Barbie, where you squeezed her back and she winked and you could kiss cards and stuff. And Peaches and Cream, Superstar Barbie, Boudoir Barbie. I had all of them. I loved it. So Charlie's Angels Barbies. I had a Farrah Fawcett one. I did. But remember, Farrah and Cher were bigger Barbies. They weren't the same size. So there were no clothes, like nothing you could do with those Barbie dolls. So that they weren't my favorite. I think I hear Rich coming, because if he's around, he can't miss out on the fun. So we'll see. There was a Pretty in Pink Barbie. Yes. Yeah, there was, but she wasn't from the movie. It wasn't from the movie. She was just pretty in pink. Anyway, you had Cher and gave her away to your hand, right, Dora? Because none of the clothes fit her. They were like my naked maid Barbies, because like I had nothing. Nothing would fit on Cher and nothing would fit on Farrah. And they had really big heads. So I had them, but they were naked Barbies. They had no clothes. I lost their clothes. So they were just naked Barbies. So anyway, let's do, Rich missed you guys. He did. I'm pretty sure. Is that you down here, buddy? Yeah, buddy. Could you hear him? Yeah, buddy. He's coming. He's coming in here to say hello. Anyway, let's flip the camera. So tonight I have the new Cosmic watercolor. We're going to use them. I'm going to try to use it like an ink. So I got an ink blending tool out. I have a stencil. And I think if we just put water on it and load the ink blending tool, that it's going to be something good. I had only one Barbie, and my sister took it one day while I was at school, and she left it on the public bus. That's heartbreaking, right? Day to Night Barbie was my favorite. Her outfit was reversible. I probably remember all of them if I see them. Like, I love going through the toy museums just to look at I loved it. It just brought me hours and hours of pure joy. I loved that doll. She just was the world to me. Still love her, right? Your mom made the clothes. I love that, Deborah. I had a friend whose grandma would sew clothes on, crochet clothes onto the dolls, because she didn't like naked babies or naked dolls. So she's like, I never could put a bathing suit on my Barbie or whatever, because she had crocheted granny bra and underwear sewn crocheted right onto the doll. She's like, she crocheted it so we couldn't take it off, because she did not like naked dolls. So I love that, right? Okay. Hola, how are you? Okay, let's flip the things around. This is what you're going to get tonight. Just know it now that I came on here live because I missed you guys, and I heard you. You're like, we need a Friday Night Live. I haven't seen you in so long. But this is what you're going to get. Tired, weird Vicky. So it's good. I have a Barbie dress from the 1960s. I love that. That's awesome. Your parents made you your own dream house. They even made the furniture. I love that. My brother made me furniture out of cigarette packages. Do you remember back in the day? So in the cigarette packages would have foil. There was foil inside cigarette packages. So everybody smoked back then. I just remember being a kid, a Gen X kid, riding in the car with the windows up and the heat on, and you're plastered on the window like green because you're riding in the car with the smoke, because it's just what people did. So they smoked, and my brother was 10 years older than me, and he made me a sofa out of, those, whatever you call the large packs, and then a little chair. And he glued it all together, and then took the silver that you used to be able to scrape with a quarter, and it would transfer so you could foil it. And I had silver foiled cigarette package Barbie furniture. He made that for me. He was very creative, but right? Same, the smoke was horrible. I would get so car sick. Me too, Brenda. Me too, friend. Oh, please roll a window down. Just crack it open so I can breathe, right? So yes, my fancy cigarette. And we were talking about, do you remember the blow up? I had wicker Barbie furniture, and then I had the inflatable Barbie furniture. It was the best. I remember we blew up the furniture and had a pool and the whole thing. I loved it. And the little dog, do you remember? What are those dogs? The Afghan, whatever dogs, the ones with the long, long hair. Did you guys have that one? I love it. And your eyes would burn. Seriously. We'd be sitting in there. I'd be riding backwards in that freaking backwards facing station wagon, getting sick because I'm riding backwards, and with the cigarette smoke in there. So we were dying. I loved it. No seat belts. Crazy times. I had some of the blow up furniture. I had the brown Barbie camper, a brown Barbie camper, Victoria. I had the yellow one, the big super camper. I had that one. Cigarette pack Barbie furniture is the best. I know. I wish I have to look that up. We have to look it up on the interwebs and see if there's something on Pinterest or something that represents that furniture. Okay. Growing up, yeah, made us tough. I watched, there's a lady on probably on TikTok, and she's on Instagram talking about like Gen X, and it's funny, like the things that we like survived, right? Where the kids are outside and they're like, go outside and play, and they'd send us out, they'd kick us out, right? And come back when the street lights are on, and you had to go to the bathroom. But man, if your dad was working midnights, or your friend's dad was working midnights and they were babysitting you, you couldn't go in the house to pee. So you found a bush and you went outside, because grown up like a kid of the 70s, right? The Gen X generation, man, we were made tough. We were made tough. A milk carton with velvet material. I love that, Tolly, right? I love it. I just loved to cut my Barbie's hair and would get in trouble. Yes, because you made a weird Barbie. You made a weird Barbie, Sarah, because their hair wasn't meant to do that. I did it once, and she was my weird Barbie. Like, she didn't get to do all the fun things because her hair was jacked. It's a wonder that we don't all have lung cancer and from secondhand smoke. I don't know. They learned things, right? What they didn't know back then. Hello, Linda, my sweet friend. How are you? Survival of the fittest. I love it. I'm ready for another cruise as well. June is a long time to wait. I can't wait. Yeah, we have a lot of fun cruising when we do our crafting cruises, because the group is only a group of 50 plus significant others and their children, and I get to meet family members. I love it. I love on the Alaska cruise, a lot of the husbands were very vocal, and came in and also shared their love of the VBoo crew, because their wives or spouses had someone to spend time with, especially during COVID, right? That somewhere to, when you were home, for some of you guys by yourself, right? That you had somewhere to come, and we got to have a lot of fun together. So it is definitely awesome. Do you not have these frames, Natalie? This one? You don't have them? Did I not ship them to you? I'll make sure, just make sure you guys, because I know that Natalie's on here, and what was I trying to say there? I lost a brain fart. And Sarah's on here. I don't know if Eurelise is here. Let me know if I didn't send these to you guys, because it could be when your boxes went out that I didn't have them yet. But if you don't have them, I do, and I'll make sure I send them to you. Hola, Ada. How are you? Oh, and Melissa will be on the Greek cruise in June. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, right? So, do you know what is funny? Vivian, I bought Devin the Barbie McDonald's on eBay. So that was one of those things where I'm like, how did I miss that? That is something every child needs to have, is the McDonald's. So tonight, I'm going to actually make something and stop this incessant talking. I've missed you guys. Obviously, I have lots to talk about, right? Probably everybody's leaving now because you're like, okay, crazy. What are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I was telling you guys that I went to teach at an event where there were, why do you do those kind of things, Mr. Man? Just peeked his head around and scared the crap out of me. My family has been giving me jump scares like all week. And they're like, how do you not know we're coming? I said, I think I've lost my hearing because I do not hear them. So they sneak up on me. So he just popped his head around and scared the poop out of me. So Rich, don't do that. So we went to Spokane, my friend Lael and I, and this is Michelle, and Lauren was taking care of her baby, so she wasn't with us. We went to Spokane and taught at this amazing event. And then Lael and I stayed for a couple days after. And then Michelle graciously took us to Coeur d'Alene. Am I saying that right? Coeur d'Alene, which was beautiful. We had an amazing kind of after party of lots of shopping. I purchased a lot of earrings, as you guys know I love, and some really pretty art for my wall. So we had a wonderful, wonderful time. And here's some pictures from that. With this moose, there's a book about it. And if you can see, there's like a little mouse in its antlers. Is that what you call those? Are those antlers on a moose? So I printed these photos. So we went to Coeur d'Alene. I think Coeur d'Alene is how I say it. So, what does it say? Yeah, Coeur. And you know I like to take pictures of manhole covers. And Coeur d'Alene represented, look at that, with the mountains, the hills, and the water, and the name on here. They represented. So I took a picture of my manhole cover, and you guys know, in this ephemera pack, because it's a travel, is it in this one, guys? I don't remember. I think so, right here. Now you know why there's a manhole cover in my travel, because people forget to look down. You're always looking up or in front of you, and you always have to be remembering to look up, up, and down, because you see some really amazing stuff. I was super close to you, was I, Nadia? Yes, it was beautiful. We had a really wonderful time. So I love it. That was an amazing manhole cover, even though it says sanitary on there too, because, right, it's a sewer. It's a sewer, but very excited. So these are my photos for tonight. With this collection, I brought out a new set of the iridescent watercolors, and we're going to use these tonight. If you have them, I'm hoping you pull them out, because some of you might not have even taken them out of the package yet, right? So I'm going to use this tonight. And what we're going to do first thing while we're waiting is I like to take my mister and I'm just going to put a little water in them. So it's sitting there and marinating. So when we're ready, I'm not using the iridescent one because it's not on a dark background. So I'm going to use these ones. I'm going to let the water marinate. These look dirty, but I wash all of my foam. So it's ready to go. I want it to sit and see if we can use this like an ink through a stencil, just to add a little bit of something, something to the background of our layout. And you'll be happy for the people who like single page layouts, because that's what I'm doing. I just took a screenshot for my Vicky layouts pic that we took. What's going on, Mindy? I'm missing it. What happened? I'm having a drink, friends. Me too, Sarah. I take street, cobblestone, and I like shoes. So I feel like my shoes deserve to be in my photos. So funny here that our shoes matched. And Lil has these ones. When she was here visiting me and we went to Niagara on the Lake, has an amazing shoe store. Like I could have spent a lot. Well, I did spend a lot of money in there. I could have spent more. So both of us have this pair of shoes. It has a bow on them, but I brought them with me, but I was a good friend and she got to wear her yellow shoes that day. And I just put my Michael Kors, I wear everyday sandals on, but my shoes deserve to be in my photos, right? The manhole covers were in Greece were covered in marble. I love that. I love that. Hello, Katrina. How you doing? How's your mama? That's not how I say what? Cordeline? Am I saying it wrong? It's coeur for heart, right? Coeur. It's a French word. How do you say the rest of it? What am I saying wrong? Is that what you're talking about? It's not coeur de ligne? Now somebody has to help me. How am I supposed to say it? I love that. Now I need to go to Japan, Cheryl Ann. Coeur d'Alene. Coeur d'Alene. I know it's Coeur though, because I am Canadian and my last name is Boutin. So I do know how to say the front part, but I thought it was whatever, right? You guys knew where I was going. I was in that place outside of, see, look at, I went from where is that, in Idaho? I was in Idaho for the first time. Let's talk about that, right? I can't wait to be in Adelaide, Simone. We have to get all of our friends there. So when I come to, did I say Brisbane? That's where the cruise is. Adelaide. I am hoping that we have spots left. So we need to get all of our friends in Australia and surrounding areas to come and hang out with us when we're there. You wait till you see the classes. You guys are not going to be disappointed. The kit is freaking humongous, right? Because it could be the only time that I'm there. So I want to make sure that I represent. So we have to get the word out to all of our friends so that we can have a great time. It's going to be good, right? So I have my photos ready. And I thought it would be fun to use the frames. So my idea is my frames, I'm not going to frame a photo. I'm going to frame embellishments. So when I do my layout, I'm going to do a little cluster of frames in the bottom right corner. And I'm going to layer my embellishments and titles in them. Now, if you have a sheet of, I just forgot, acrylic? No, what is it called? Acetate. And some sequins, because you could go check out Rachel's site and you can get lots. I'm going to actually, I think you live close to me, don't you, Rachel? Like you're right around here somewhere, that I'm going to go and shop so I can get a whole whack of her sequins, because these are shaker boxes waiting to happen, right? So these to me are shaker boxes waiting to happen. But for sure, I'm going to want to use a circle. I think that's going to be fun. Or maybe the oval. Do you guys have this set? I love them. They're very thin. I love them. And now that I know I didn't send them to my design team members, I will make sure I rectify that. So you guys just have to remind me, because I say that and I'll forget as soon as I get off here, because it's how I roll. Vicky's memory is not so great. So I'm just grabbing a couple different ones. I don't know what I'm going to use yet, but we have options. Okay. I love them too. I love them too. So I'm right there with you. Love the frames. Don't think, yes, they are in the next collection. There's frames in the next collection, but I don't think there's going to be any in this one. But the plus is that these colors will match probably any one of my collections. So if you love them, I would get extra. Oh, do you want a little secret I'm going to let you in on? So if you guys have been hanging out with me for a while, you'll know that every Christmas I do like crafting and giveaways during the holidays. And as I say that, I forgot that I still haven't done my giveaways and where to next. I have to remember to do that. And I am going to use the Peppermint Kisses boxed card set to make a mini album. And we're going to use it as photo mats. So it's going to be one of those things that the extras that maybe you purchase for that and don't use. I'm going to do a free class during Christmas using the box cards, a 6x8 paper pad, embellishments. So even if you've collected, like if you have evergreen and holly and warm wishes, you could mix it all up. We're going to have fun. So just be ready for that, right? Be ready for that. How do I find out about your Australian jaunt? It is Natalie May. You need to check her out in Adelaide. Maybe, Natalie, can you try to find a link for that for me? Because obviously I can't do it while I'm on here live. But I will be in Adelaide in November. And I don't remember what the date is offhand. I think it is like the second weekend, or the third weekend in November. I will be in Adelaide for a whole weekend event, and it is going to be awesome. So you can check that out. Like I said, I know, I think Natalie's store is Natalie May. I don't think it has a name. She's an amazing mixed media artist and owns a shop, and I'm coming to teach at an event for her. So it's going to be a lot of fun after the cruise. So this is the base I'm going to use for my page. It is this paper that has the tickets, and it's called One Way Ticket. And that's the base for my layout. And my idea is that I'm going to use those two photos. November 18th and 19th. Thank you, Jen. We're going to have the best time. I'm so excited. And I think this is going to be kind of how I lay that out, and we'll embellish it. And then I'm going to do my like stenciling and such up in this corner. And then I'm going to do like a little cluster with frames. So my embellishments are all going to be contained in this area, right? We can decide, I don't know what colors, whatever I'm going to do, right? It's going to be something along this line. Something like this. Maybe that one. Ooh, I like it. Something like this. Maybe like that. And then I'm going to find embellishments to fit in it. So whatever I do down here, this could change, is going to be a cluster of frames that I'm going to put my title in. I'm going to put my embellishments in. And it's just another way to use frames, right? This would be amazing to do a shaker box in. Like imagine this one that you put your double-sided foam tape behind with your acetate. You fill it with some sequins or any kind of shaker box material, and you cover the back, and you could have a shaker on your page. We will do that. You have to remind me, and once I get in touch with Rachel, I'm going to grab some of her sequins, and we will do a bunch of shaker boxes. I want to do a tag. I think at Christmas, out of the Christmas, the card set, we're going to do a tag book too. Just be ready for it. Tag and album, box card album. We're going to do that too. Jen, I'm going to be in Adelaide, I think, for 2 days after the event. And then we want to fly to Melbourne for a couple of days, then on to Sydney, and then from Sydney back to Auckland, so that Devin can get to see as much of it as possible, right? Because she hasn't been, and she's flying by herself. It's going to be crazy. So this is what we're doing. This is a plan. So I have paper that coordinates, right, with what we're doing here, with what my, I don't think I'm going to use this one, with the clothing and everything on here. I would like a piece of navy cardstock. If I can find one, I think that'd be nice for matting. That's what we're going to do. And then I grabbed just some stencils. These are things, if you are new to mixed media or adding art to your layouts, first thing I would tell you to buy is stencils. Before even stamps, I'd say get the stencils. They are the easiest, I think, tool with beautiful art that's already been created for you. It's contained. Once you master just how to use them, it is the gift that keeps on giving. So I would feel very firmly that if you're going to invest in mixed media, stencils, you can never have enough of them. Buy every single pattern that you love. They are cheap and cheerful. They are reusable. It's something you can use all the time. I love them, right? She'll share it with you, Rachel. I totally am giving you permission that you can share your website on here for where you could buy. You're in the hospital, Lisa. Are you okay? I wish you would have had scrapbook stuff. I think that Jim or the kids should run and grab you something. I hope you're doing okay, my friend. Yeah, so definitely Rachel does some beautiful mixes. And when I add, everybody's going to get it when the fall line is released. It is going to be a bonus add-on gift that I'm going to add in everybody's kits. It's going to be a custom created sequins, and then maybe I'll bring a couple into my shop so you can order some more too. So I haven't talked to Rachel or made the plans yet, but she knows I'll be there. I'll be doing it soon. So you guys kind of have an idea of what I'm doing. I am going to use these watercolors in a different sort of way. By using it with an ink blending tool instead of a paintbrush, it's going to be much easier to control. So if we go in here, and I think I'm going to go in with the two on the end, kind of this antique gold and the copper color, and I'm going to accent in this corner. So let's test it. Let's test it first. So before we put it on our background, let's see if it actually will work. Are you feeling okay, my friend? Everybody send out healing vibes to my friend Lisa. She had surgery this morning, so we want to make sure that your recovery is quick and you're feeling okay, my friend. Okay, let's find a piece of foundations paper to do our little testy test. Well, anything. Here's a sheet of cardstock. Good enough, right? Oh my goodness, friend. Yes, Lisa has had a couple years. Let me just put it out there. So that is amazing. That's a big deal, my friend. That's a big deal. So I hope that everything goes exactly how the doctors are hoping it does, and that you are taking care of yourself. You need to take care of my Lisa, right? So definitely hope that everything goes according to plan. So to do this background, right, I put water on here because it just softens the pigments. Oh my goodness, this is going to be good, friends. So look, now I've loaded up my blending tool. Let's see. What is this going to look like? Oh my good Lord, look at this. Can we just talk about this for a minute? And I just sitting here thinking like, oh, this would be kind of a fun way to do it. Let's see what happens. Can I move that pigment around a little bit with water? Now, just know that because I just put water on there like that, that could bleed under my stencil. So other options that you have is you could do that, just load it on to a sheet of acrylic or craft mat instead of taking it directly out of here, and put the water on the side. Let's see what happened. Are you ready for this? So it's very hard to find ink, isn't it? With metallic ink that is very opaque. Are you ready for this? We just made our own metallic ink. Can you see that sparkle? Holy crap. That is gorgeous. And it looks like a texture paste. When I'm looking at this, it actually looks textured. And I just thought of this tonight. I had no plan. I have never tried this before. That is beautiful. I have to say, absolutely love that. Love it. Let's see what happens when we put it. This is a craft mat. So let's load a little off the side. So I'm not using, that's a lot of pigment, right? Let's make it a little bit more watery, and let's see what happens. Okay, so now not as opaque, right? So if you want it to be darker, take it right out of there. But just be prepared. If you are doing this on cardstock and it's wet and you are doing this friction thing with like the blending tool, you could peel the paper. So don't overwork it. Do you understand what I'm talking about, friends? And that was pretty wet, so it bled under. So let's try that again without all the water in it. Okay. Just going to take some, load this up. Let's see. So with less water, you will get more of an opaque. Pounce. Don't overwork regular cardstock because it will start to tear because you're using wet medium on a non-vellum finish background. That is absolutely stunning, my friends. I love that. Right, Jill? I'm always looking for ways. I encourage you guys to invest in products I talk about. So where I feel it's my responsibility then is to show you ways to use it, right? So you don't feel like she made me buy this stupidness and now I have no clue what to do with it. Now I don't trust Vicky anymore. So I don't want that ever to be the case. Like if I'm telling you I love something, it's because I actually use it. I will never like say to you, buy tofurkey. How do you call that? What is a tofu turkey? But I've never eaten it and I don't like it. You know what I mean? That's not how I do. It's not how I do the things. If I tell you I love something, it's because I actively use it. So tofurkey, is that it? Pouncing works best. It does. But what about on your foundations paper? What kind of results are you getting on there? Irene, curious. So I'm going to go for it now. Now this stencil is a pretty open pattern. I only want a little bit of business up in this corner. I feel like a little bit of business in this corner, and then I'm going to just tap some dots in the bottom corner. And now that I've done it, I think I'm going to go with the gold. Let's see, Irene, I'm going to try it on just regular cardstock. So I just know my key is not to overwork it, right? Don't rub too much. So we're going to try it. Let's see. We're going to try it. More water, less pigment. So you can pounce it to finish it, but I also love the rubbing of it. And I'm going to break the pattern up a little bit too. Now this is a repositionable stencil, right? So this is going right onto pattern paper. So it is going to be a little bit different, right? I'm going to get a little bit different effect. And I'm going to move my stencil so that I don't have just one blob of pattern. And then I'm going to ink drop on it too. So I'm not going to overdo it, because if I make this too wet, it's going to be very buckly. It's going to be very buckly, and I don't really want that. So I want to tie in, right? So it's not just a blob of like makes no sense art. Some drips. And watch, because it's going all over me. And we will fake it. Some bigger drips. Just like to throw a little bit of art onto my pages. I know it's not for everyone, but if you guys have been hanging around long enough, you know it's definitely for me. I like to just do things that feel a little artsy when I'm scrapbooking. I'm going to do a little bit down in this corner too, but I'm not going to stencil down here because I feel like it's enough business going on. So these are really loose dots. It's all over me. I probably have it in my hair. And then I want some bigger dots just so they're not just little tiny polka dots. So I just tap a little bit of ink on here. Some of these will show through our frames in the bottom. I got gold all over my photos, just so you know. The metallic is definitely on my photos. So watch when you're just tapping that you're not going crazy like Vicky just did. I was trying to cover it so it didn't go everywhere, and then I totally touched the paintbrush to the page. There we go. Vicky Booten makes those paint creams. It's American Crafts product. Let me show you the packaging, because I actually have it right here. It looks like this. If you're shopping for it, this is what they look like. Love them. So they're just metallic watercolors, but the magic is that the pigment is the same color that you see there. My first set, all the pigment, the iridescent in it was just clear iridescent, so they wouldn't show up on black or dark colors. These will show up on your darker colors, so they're really magic. So that was just quick and easy, right? I'm going to just pick up the extra moisture so we can work on the layout faster. Right. And the other thing that I love about adding mixed media is I just added interest to this page. I don't have to put a ton of anything on here. The magic is really in, I totally just licked my paper towel to wipe my desk off, just so you know. If you're ever hanging out with me and I do crazy stuff and you're like, did she actually literally just lick her paper? I would say to you, I did, as a matter of fact. Who needs a baby wipe? You can just use your spit, right? Oh my goodness, what's wrong with you, Vicky? Where do we even begin? Where do we even begin? So I'm going to, it's not bad. That dried pretty fast. What stencils are you using? Did you use the same set? I don't know what would be happening there because I've never heard that before. So that will be a new one. Can you see the shine on there? Oh my goodness, blinded by the sparkle. Right? Have you bought metallic inks and you never really get a good covering of metallic? That's kind of magic. That's totally magic. They look beautiful on there. Not foiled or anything. Was just a little set. This is one of these things, because you know with American Crafts, my mixed media stuff is one and done. It will be ordered with, it was ordered with Where to Next, I think, or Print Shop, Where to Next. Yeah, Where to Next. When these are gone, they're gone. This is one of those sets I would tell you guys I'd buy more than one. This is a product you will use, and because it's in a hard form, it's not going to dry out on you. So I would very strongly stand behind buying more than one of these sets. I'm actually going to order another case and add them to my shop when I restock my store, which is coming. Be ready for it. I love them. Oh, yes, you could totally do it on the black foundations paper. It would be beautiful. It'd be beautiful. Okay, let's trim the top off and let's make our layout. You could keep going with this, right? And you could totally stamp on top of that. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll put some little circles or something. Let's see. Because you know I love to add black. I think black on top of that would be beautiful. What do I have handy? Anything? Oh, I love that. They're very fun. And because, right, my collections are very much paper based. A lot of people might not have even seen the cosmic watercolors, right? You might not have even known that they exist because a lot of American crafts is more paper based. It's not mixed media based, right? So what could have happened is you might not have even known that that existed. And they do, and they're very fun. So I thought today was a perfect day if I was going to be coming on here to share those with you. Vicki is getting up and looking for navy cardstock. And that's what happened. If you guys remember, I did that the last Friday Night Live. I was looking for blue cardstock. So I'm walking over. I'll be back in a minute. To over here to my blue cardstock. I don't even think it'll be navy. I think I'm going to do this blue. Because we did not plan our outfits that day, but Lael and I are both in blue. And then Michelle is coordinating beautifully in her yellow gingham shirt. So I think that this will be pretty. I don't know how I'm going to use it yet. We also have washi tape. Are you using the one with the planets on it? Because this set has 3 stencils in it. One are large circles. One is the middle one is the one I used, and then one looks like a script. So I'm thinking that maybe you use the other stencil. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. I feel like washi tape needs to play in this too, because we make some really cute washies. And yeah, I don't know, Karina. They're all cut from the same thing, so I have no clue. You'll have to email me a picture of it later at vickybootenkits@gmail.com so that I can see what you're talking about, because I have no clue what could possibly happen there. You know what I mean? I'll have to see it to see it. So remember, these are going to kind of be my photos. I want to do a little cluster up here, and then we have all our frames to choose from. We have our frames to choose from, and I know for a fact I want a circle. So we have the circle, or we could use the oval. I'm not opposed to that, right? I'm not opposed to the oval. And then if I'm going to use a blue mat, let's decide on pattern, because this could be pretty as a base, and then the navy and the yellow. So we can mat our photos. Let's decide, what do we want to do here? Yes, I like that. So I'm going to put a mat on this photo. A double mat of the blue that I'm just going to commit. I'm going to glue it on here and just cut it out. What are you doing here? I have not unpacked my suitcase. So now it's a matter of finding a adhesive to use, because I don't have anything unpacked. And these are probably all empty. Is anybody like that, right? I have 2 different sets of stencils for the Where To Next. There are 2 different sets, right? Did anybody else notice in your stencils? Did anybody else get stencils that weren't not the same as what I'm using? Because this is the first I have heard of this. I'm going on my third adhesive, trying to find one that will work. Here. Let's just do the things, right? You're totally not unpacked either. Oh my goodness, right? I am totally not. I unpacked my clothing, but remember, it came home to my house in total disarray because the windows were being replaced. And if anybody's had their windows replaced, what was my house full of? Flies. See, something weird happened. Like, what is that all about? There's lots of adhesive left on here, but I hate that. Throw that away over here. Put a new one in. So my house was full of flies and dirt because when they're putting the windows in, right, there's a lot of dust and stuff. So that was not fun. And of course, jet lagged because the time difference was crazy. Oh, yes, that's crazy, Mindy. It's a lot, right? It's a lot. It's totally exhausting. Oh, my goodness. And this time of year, does anybody else have so many fruit flies? Every time I turn around, I feel like I'm going to eat a fruit fly because they're flying right at you. Like, oh, my goodness. And where we live, right, we have lots of fruit and vineyards. And I feel like they're with that. Oh, yes, this time of year, right? The bees. The bees. That is true facts. So now what helped with my fruit flies last year is I put apple cider vinegar or wine with some dish soap in a jar or a cup and then put saran wrap and you poke holes in top of it. Sounds terrible, torture the poor fruit flies, but that certainly helped us because they get in there and can't get back out, right? So isn't that terrible? Sorry if that you guys are like, how could you do that to the poor fruit flies? I did it to the poor fruit flies. And then I'm going to just cut a mat that's a little bit bigger. I'm going pretty traditional with my design. Tonight, we're just doing a double mat. And then I'm going to start layering some stuff. I feel like the star of the show tonight is going to be the mixed media. It's going to be the chipboard frames. And it is going to be the embellishments. It is not going to be pattern paper. Pattern paper is part of the supporting cast. I put it in, I'm telling you, I put the wine or the apple cider vinegar in a jar or a glass. You put a little dish soap in it too, because then it coats the top and they get stuck in it. Sounds terrible. And then I put saran wrap on top and just poked holes. And it is the best thing ever. It really worked, right? For the fruit flies. I don't know for the wasps. But I know this time of year, right? The X is open. If you guys have any familiarity with Toronto, Ontario, Canada, we have a summer fair, I guess you would call it, the exhibition in Toronto. And I believe that it opened this weekend. I think this is opening weekend. Am I correct with that, my Toronto friends? Am I correct with that? I believe, right? It opened this weekend. Let's go to the XO, baby. Does anybody remember that? I don't think they do that anymore. No one else get your wine. I love that, Teresa. Let's go to the X. Yeah, it used to be a whole song that they would play in the commercials. I don't know if they do it anymore. Okay, Vicky's got to figure her stuff out here. Now, let's think of our embellishments. So I would like to do a little cluster up here as well. So let's see, could we do a second frame? Maybe another one up here? Maybe, Vicky. And we like the blue one, or I don't like the blue one. It's too much. Too much. Ooh, look at this green one. Smile. It's too much white. Maybe. Kind of like that. And then a square might work. Black would work nicely though. Change my mind. That song is totally in my head now. Now that jingle's going to be stuck in there, right? It 100%, Rachel, you're doing it, right? Let's go to the X. Oh, baby, let's go to the X. Whatever. Things to do at the X. I don't remember what the song was, but I remember that part of the part. And now you're all like, no, you just gave me an earworm, Vicky. And I did. I gave you an earworm for the X. I think I like that. That one. And maybe this was my original, I think, too, right? Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Okay, let's start deciding what we're going to stuff in these things, right? It's huge. The X is really fun. So last year we went and they have some really fun food things. So if you guys looked at my pictures or followed me last year, we went and we had Riley's girlfriend was all prepared. Like they had ice cream, I think it was ice cream that was ketchup and mustard flavored. I did not eat that. No, thank you very much. And we had, time to relax. I love that. So that is going to definitely go here because we were off on our little trip. We definitely did not try the mustard and ketchup ice cream, but we had delicious pineapple ice or whatever in like a pineapple. It was very good. So if you're going to the X this year, I want to know what food you're eating because it's definitely a thing, right? Oh, maybe some butterflies might be a thing on my layout. Let's go to the X. I can't get it out of my head now. Oh, the camera's fun. Too big. Too big. Too big. Bicycle could be fun. Tying a little bit of the yellow in there. Oh, we'll figure it out. We'll layer the things. Oh, the shoes. Oh, right? Because the shoes are the manhole cover. So they're not the same shoes. I don't wear, what are these called? Saddle shoes? I don't wear saddle shoes, but cheeseburger ice cream, dill pickle candy floss. Heard this today. Get out, Linda. Right? That is funny. Funny or gross. I don't know. Some business going on. So I want the shoes inside this one. We're going to do like that. They're going to go in there like that. So let's commit. Dill pickle candy floss. You're going to try it? Oh, Natalie, I don't know about that because I don't understand how that can work because how can dill pickle be savory and sweet? Because I do not think dill pickles have any business being sweet. That is a bread and butter pickle. So that is Vicky's take on that. I don't think that should be allowed. I feel very firmly about that you cannot have dill pickle cotton candy. I want to know all about that because I think Ew, gross. I have to say. I like fried dill pickles. I'm right there with you, Vicky, because it's savory. But candy floss is sugar. So please, someone explain to me how that's going to work. Please, someone explain to me how that's going to work. I want to know. Because I am, well, I like salty better than I like sweet. And if I'm going to eat something sweet, my last bite has to be salty. I can't finish on a sweet bite. I cannot finish on a sweet bite. It has to finish on a salty bite. I like that. So I know some of you right now, don't worry, it's going to get better, because I bet some of you are looking at this going, I don't know if I like this right now, Vicky. Trust me, trust the process. Natalie, right? Natalie's going to be crazy and she's going to try it. When are you going? Are you going this weekend? Had a pickle milkshake in Disney this week. No, Michelle. No. No. I don't know. Maybe you loved it. I'm having a hard time with that one, Michelle. A pickle milkshake. Please explain that flavor profile to me, because I'm trying to imagine it and I'm having a really hard time. I am having a really hard time with the whole concept of a pickle milkshake. Okay, what are we going to do here in this corner? So I feel like I need to add to it. We're going to get ink and we're going to get a stamp of some sort. I feel like I need to build some depth there. That's amazing, Linda, right? I get it. I would be like Natalie. I would have to try that. Let's get some black ink and an ink block and a stamp. We need to do some business up in here. I need to make this work with this layout, because right now I'm not too sure. So let's rectify that, because I know this is going to be a thing. Let's de-stickify my camera, because I want to use that. I want to go to Disney so bad. So anybody who's been lately, what are the crowds like? Can you actually get on a ride? Because do you think Disney's always been as busy as it looks? Like when I watch online, I'm like, can you get on anything? Can you get on a ride? Can you actually enjoy it now? Or is it just crazy town? And I don't know if it's always been crazy town and I'm just imagining that it hasn't been. But when I look online, I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm getting there, Pamela. The washi will come in here, but I'm not ready yet. I got to put my kind of bones of my layout down first. And then that will be a secondary embellishment. Crazy town always. But I don't remember it being like that. Like I remember there being people, but like it looks like just strollers and I don't know, right? I've heard that Disney is not busy right now, right, Alice? I would go. The pickle milkshake seemed more vanilla based with dill aftertaste. It was better than I thought and came in an adorable jar. Well, then maybe I'd have to try that, Michelle. What did the jar look like? That's what I have to know right now. Did the jar look like a pickle jar? Because I think that would be some kind of amazing. Oh, I don't mind that. What else can we put on here? Do I want a third frame? I want a third frame, but I want it to be really small. And I feel like this is too big, but we won't say no just yet. No, I'm saying no just yet. I changed my mind. I don't want it. I'm going to put some pattern paper or something here. And we're still going to embellish, but I'm digging this. What's going on here? I'm digging it, right? And now we're going to get some kind of stamp business. Oh, script stamp. Script stamp. script stamp or a text stamp to the rescue. Script or text? What other business do we have? What other business? So my Halloween lovers, Tim Holtz is going to be on tomorrow, hopefully, because I'm working in my new space. I can actually get there. I'm going to bring this down a little bit, okay, guys, so you can see. I feel like we're too far away. Is that better? See a little bit closer. Vicky, Disney at Halloween is amazing. Castle in purple and black. I love that. I've done the other one. What's the other place? That's not Disney. I did that, Halloween Haunts or whatever, and that was a freaking amazing experience. I loved that. I did that. Black is going to go up in this corner. Let's see. I feel like, so here are options. We could do like a crazy floral up there. Let's do that. Let's try it with Tim's, this lovely floral trims. So I'm either going to wreck it or it's going to look great. So let's see what happens. I'm going to use this as my stamp block too. It's going to look great or it's going to look like poo-poo. So I don't want to ink the whole thing. I just want parts of it to be like this floral on top. So it's going to look really good or it's going to be like, why did you do that, Vicky? I am brave enough to do it for our group to see, will we like it or are we not going to like it? And I want to stamp off the side. Where's my piece of cardstock? Remember that white sheet I used to test? I feel like it needs to go underneath so I can stamp and limit my cleanup. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to stamp off and hope I don't ruin it. I have this, Cindy, in my shop. I just haven't added. Okay, that was totally worth it, wasn't it? Can you see it? With the, oh my goodness, it's very pretty. Trust me, it's really, really pretty. I don't know if you can fully see it on here, but that looks really nice. Good choice, Vicky Booten. Yeah, I want to go to Disney. I think we should have a meetup at Disney. Let's just all go and meet at Disney. I'm going to stamp one more time in the script right here now, but I'm going to try to match this blue. Let's see if I can do it in oxide ink. Salty Ocean? No. What do we got? I really want Ranger to let my friend Tim make more, maybe blue print sketch, more distressing colors, because I don't think we ever can have enough. Prize ribbon. Let's test them. We'll test it. I think we should all go to Disney. Yeah, it's been a long time. Devin and I were talking about that we really want to go to Disney. So I'm thinking prize ribbon, but sometimes they trick you, right? They trick you. Let's see. Keep the colors coming, right? We don't have enough. Like I need more pinks. I just feel like, I think especially as a scrapbooker who's trying to match colors to our papers, that's why. If maybe as a mixed media artist, I think that's good. I'm going to do the blueprint sketch and I'm going to do it like right, just kind of centered here. And then I'm going to do a little off on the bottom too. Okay. So a whole rectangle of just script right here. And I'm going to put my head in here. I'm sorry, friends. Yes, be the voice of reason with Ranger inks. I know. I'm not saying there's, oh, I love that. I love it. It's hard to see it here, friends, because the glare, it just is pretty. That, because this was pretty, but I'm like, it's pretty, but it needs something. It's missing something. That just created a little bit of magic here. And I know it's very hard for you guys to see it. It's hard for you to see it. So now I'm going to ink this in this corner just a little bit. I don't want a rectangle, so I'm going to wipe the edge of that off. Okay. So we don't want just like this kind of rectangle of ink. So I'm going to break that up a little bit. Hopefully I broke it up enough. And we'll do just a little ink in this corner. Oh, I love it. So it just ties it in, right? You could do another one. Let's do another one. Perfect. Can you see that? Look at that. Hi, Connie. How are you? I hope you can you see there? I hope that that translates. So it's very subtle, but it breaks that pattern up. And now we just made our own custom mixed media background. And here's what I have to say. You guys love the companies like the vintage lines, right? Or the collections that come out with 49 and Market. There's no reason you can't replicate this stuff. Replicate it, right? I hope you guys can see it because I'm looking at that and I'm like, okay, that's 10 million times better. Because I was sitting here going, I'm a fraud. This is ugly and no one is going to like it. And then I just did that little thing because I couldn't stop at one step. We had to add. And now I actually thoroughly love this background. Love it. Hello, Vicky from Vicky in Guatemala. I love it. Yep, I'm very happy with that. I no longer feel like a fraud. I was frauding you. I feel better about the whole sitch. Okay, let's commit. Let's commit. So is anyone playing along with me tonight? Or did you guys have like, oh, it's been a week? Are you like, oh, it's been a week, Vicky? I am not playing along. I'm just hanging out with you with a glass of wine, coffee, tea. I'm in bed. Okay. Ooh, I love it so much more. And then our title. Oh, with the blue down here. It's so fun. I was going to stay up and work tonight. When I'm done with you guys, I'm going to bed. I don't know why. I have a killer headache. Probably too. My son has a cold. He's walking around the house coughing. So you watch. I got to be careful because when you get too tired, you know what ends up happening. It's really easy to pick up illness, I find. Do you find too? These need to be on a jaunty angle. I can't put those shoes straight on. And then our relaxed title is going to be in here because that's what we were doing. And now we can kind of embellish a little bit more. Now I'm going to cover this. Is that going to be a, no, I like it. I like that so much. And I can put a little camera in there. I like it. And we're going to add some washi tape now. Instead of going in, I'm going to put some strips of washi tape on here now. So I'm going to go in with this blue right across here. I love it. It's been a week. I hear you. Just hanging out and enjoying the process. Hi, Deborah. I'm in my hotel room on my way to take my sister to see Rick Springfield tomorrow. I love it, Kathy. Right? What is that? I want to be Jesse's. No, that's wrong. I was going to say Jesse's Girl, but that's not what Rick would be singing. I wish I had Jesse's Girl. That's right, right? Why can't I find a woman like that? I play along at the charade. Oh, I love it. We are going to use washi as pattern paper. I'm going to put black on here. Going places, because we were that you had Jesse's Girl, right? Back in the day. I love it. What is this now? I really wish that weirdos would leave us alone. You saw him 8 years ago and you loved it. I love it. Hi, Denise. How are you? So look at Going Places is going to go on here. And it's going to go far across so I can see the words. When they start talking cute. That's my favorite line, right? But the point is probably moot, because he had to find a word that rhymed with cute. So the point is probably moot. But she's watching him with those eyes. I love it. Okay. Boop. I don't want to cover all of our feet up. I might cut part of that off because I don't want it right on there. And then, oh yes, loving it. I'm going to put one more piece of washi too. I love that. And we aren't even using a lot of pattern paper, right? I'm moving it up. I hear you. You're yelling at me, Diana. I see you. I see it. Can't see the bottom. Vicky, stop being a loser. Okay, what other one do I want to put on here? One more washi. Oh, the stripe could be, right? Or the stars. I love it because it's white. What do you think? I should have put it on before the Going Places, but the stripe. We'll do the stripe. That's your new earworm, Jen. You're welcome. You're welcome. Do you want to know what I did yesterday? We went out for dinner. So if you guys live in Southern Ontario, like I do, and you're in Burlington, there is the best Thai restaurant I've ever been to and anywhere in the world called Bon Thai, Bahn Thai. It is, I forget what street it's on. Appleby, maybe. And I had green curry chicken because it's my favorite. I love green curry. And my husband was going to try it. And I'm like, don't do it, dude. It's spicy and you're not going to like it. So he stuck to his pineapple Thai rice. But I was chewing my food and I totally bit through my lip. Which is like, how hungry are you? Did you literally just bite your face off? And I'm like, dude, I just bit my face off. My own face. I bit right through it. Oh, I bit right through. So on top of it, I'm having trouble talking because I bit my face off. I'm going to try to put this back on here. I feel like it needs to go here first. If not, I'll just put a new piece. You have to try it there though, Natalie. You have to try Bon Thai. It is exceptional. Like that's what we said when we were in there. We're like, this food is so exceptional. It is really amazing. So if you're ever in Burlington, Ontario, Canada, you want to try this Thai food. I'm putting a new one on. I ruined it, but I wanted that. I don't know what Rich is watching up there, but he's doing that crazy laugh that he does. You have to go there. And if you like green curry, have the green curry. Their pad thai is amazing. But their pineapple fried rice is amazing. I bit right through my top in the weirdest spot too. And I'm eating, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my goodness. He's like, what is going on? I'm like, I just bit through my face. So I'm having a hard time because it's all swollen now, right? My lid's swollen. I love Thai too. It is hands down. I'd have that over Chinese food any day. Thai food, amazing, fresh. Okay, that's coming together, right? Just add a little something here. Got this guy on here. The time to relax is going to go here. And now we're going to start embellishing. So I'm not going to add any other little photo mats, or I'm happy with this. But we're going to put some labels and little things to layer on here. I'll tell you something. I might not glue this photo down because I think I'm going to shrink it. Right now it's a 4x4. I'm going to make it a 3x3. So just know that. So imagine this as a 3. It needs to be smaller because I find I don't want to ruin my art. For me, we all scrapbook differently. And I'll tell you, one of my things is that I like it all. I like the product. I am not only photo-based scrapper. I like product. I think Rich just fell out of his chair. What is going on? What are you doing, crazy man? He just ran down the stairs. Rich doesn't run. So what is he doing? Hello, Annabella. How are you? So I'm trying 3.5 by 3.5 for this mat. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Because I feel like, yes. See, scale-wise, I need this to do this. He heard you bit your face off. He was with me. He was right there. I'm going to cut part of this frame off. Let's see, can I do it on my paper trimmer? I think I can start it at least, right? So I think that'll look better if it comes off the side. I like it. And then I'm not covering all my pretty mixed media. I love it. I like all the stuff, Sheila. And, you know, I do. We need to know what he's watching. I don't know what he's doing, but he just ran down the stairs. And now I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I need to do some stuff. I'm like, what stuff are you doing, you weirdo? He's a weird dude. Weird dude. Okay, so this guy's going to go over here for sure. That one here. So we can tie a little bit, right? Of that in here. Is it straight-ish? I think it's straight-ish. Oh, we can tell. Yeah, I think that's straight-ish. I like that. I don't know if I want to put much more. What do you guys think? Maybe a little bit of the stripe. I hate to cover it all. It's true. And that's why now maybe I am more of the school for the double page layouts, because I can put more stuff on my page, right? I can put a little bit more stuff on my page. Okay, I'm going to commit. I like that. I feel like it's enough. I got enough, and now let's just embellish. Let's embellish. Rick Springfield is in my head. That song. I remember when he was on, what was he on? General Hospital. Rick Springfield on General Hospital. And then he came out with that song. And I loved it. I like the washi too, Alice. It's just another version of pattern paper, really, right? Now, things that I would do, like, so things I would love is I feel like words need to go on here. So if you have a circle stamp that's words, that would be beautiful on this ring. If you have rub-ons that you could put around there, that is one of those things I would love to have. Is I would love if I could have Vicky Bouton rub-ons, but then I want rub-ons that work with the frames. Do you know what I mean? Rub-ons that would layer. Because if I had a circle rub-on that went right on top of here, would be the best day ever. Working class dog. I remember it, right? You had such a crush on him. Yep. Do you remember Luke and Laura? And what was the thing? I remember when Luke and Laura got married, that was a big thing. And then didn't somebody come back from the dead? Was it Luke or Laura that came back from the dead? Do you remember back on the soaps? People were coming back from the dead all the time. Okay, so I need to put a little glue on the toe. There. Oh, I would love rub-ons, but they have to be good rub-ons, because I feel like that would be the best thing now. It needs, but you could put rhinestones on it, right? You could embellish it, which we will. We're going to find something. And we're going to commit this stuff because I'm happy with this. I'm going to put this photo down anyway. Okay. Rachel, do you live in St. Catharines? You live around here, right? I asked earlier, but I wasn't looking at the screen. For some reason, I feel like you're local to me. Would a papery circle work? Joyce, let's check. Smarty pants. What do I have right here? Oh my goodness, that is so clever of you. If it does, it'll be the best day ever. I don't know if it will, though. But I'm going to check, and I'm going to try. I played along with the charade. Oh, look, I don't think it will. It's too small. But thank you for that light bulb idea. Oh my goodness, Rachel. Rachel lives in St. Catharines. Guess where Vicky Bouton lives? In St. Catharines. How do we not see each other? It's not a big city. They need to be good ones, Teresa, because rub-ons can be crap, right? They have to be good rub-ons because they can really be garbage. Ooh, that was totally Bobby Brady right there, right? Did you just hear that? I almost didn't get to sing with the family in the singing contest because my voice just went, huh? It did that right here. Live. Vicky had a Bobby Brady moment. It was Bobby, right? Bobby, whose voice cracked during the singing contest. Was the singing contest when they were in Hawaii, when they found that like haunted talisman? Do you guys remember? Did anybody watch the Bradys? No, I live in St. Catharines. I am right here in St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. Dude, why are you running? Come back here. Everybody wants to know what you're watching and what you're laughing at. He's ignoring us tonight. He is a saucy minx. Okay, digging that. Maybe we have run into each other and just didn't know, right? Please zoom in a bit more. I'll hold it up, my friend. That is the other thing that with Vicki having now a studio is I'm going to be setting up a whole area. Is that better? A whole area with a camera so I can zoom. I don't have to lift it. I can just press a button and it'll go meep, meep. And you guys will say, Vicki, can I get a closer look? And I'll be like, watch me. So it's coming. That's one of the things that I have a whole room. Right now it's full of crap because, oh my goodness, the other thing, when I stock my store, it's going to be old collections that if you're like, I can't find color study. I want some of this from Papery. I have everything, right? Sound effects on point. You like that, right? Was it the Partridge Family? I feel like it was the Brady Bunch, and I feel like it was Peter. It wasn't Bobby. It was Peter, wasn't it? It was Peter. Hello, Susan. How are you? It was Peter Brady. It was Peter Brady. And he lost his voice. His voice was changing, right? And it wasn't the song then about changes and stuff. It was not Bobby. It was Peter. That is correct, Mundo. Okay, so now let's embellish this sucker. Let's look at some stickers because things Vicki will need to do. I need to put some kind of label sticker up here. That's what I need. If I could find something in yellow or orange or even green, I could tie any of those colors, or black would be beautiful. Oh, well, looky. Let's use one of these. Time to change. Norma, I love that you know. I love that you totally know. Peter Brady, and it was time to change. See, look it. Love it. So we're going to put that little, and can you see this sticker has iridescent metallic on it. We were going for, it's like a rainbow metallic on a line. I love that. Shalalala. I love it. Question. Remember cups to make circles print? This could be done on your circle frame. That's smart, Jill. Let's try it with blue. Okay, I have to put my head in here. I gotta stand up. Can Vicki find a circle that will, or a stamp? If I looked, I'm sure I'd have a stamp. And then I'm gonna put a word up here. Love it. Tying the black in. So now we need to get black down here so we can make a little visual triangle, right? We have the black camera, the black label here, some kind of black element. Ooh, let's try that, Jill. Jill, you're on point tonight. I love that. Let's see. Will this work, Jill? Jill, let's see. It'll look good, or I'm going to wreck everything. We'll try it, Jill. Totally gonna try it. It didn't fit, Jennifer. We tried the papery one. Wasn't big enough. It wasn't big enough, but it could be layered inside. It'd be cool. So I'm gonna go in here like this. It fits perfectly, and I'm gonna do it in black. Let's try it. I'm trying it, Jill. We're doing the things. This is a team effort, right? That's what the VBoo community does, man. We support each other and do the things. Let's try. Are you ready for the reveal, Jill? Oh, yes, sister girl. Love it. Let's do 2 of them. Love it. That is awesome. Now I want it offset, so I'm trying to put the second one not on there. Let's do it. Oh, look at that. Love that. It needed that element, didn't it? It needed that element. Very, very good. Oh my goodness. Teamwork makes the dream work. I just got a whole bunch of crap on there. So let's put our shoes back on. Oh, I got to do it in the right spot because there's glue in the back for the shoe, which goes like this. Brilliant, Jill. Brilliant. So we're going to put that back in there on a jaunty angle. Remember, Jill, look at that. Look at that. Layer, layer, layer. So if you're newer to paper crafting or any art making, really, one of the magical things I really find is layering, creating that depth and illusion of depth by putting elements like you saw it all come together right up here. Look at all those layers that just made this pretty little section, right? Makes it look like a manhole cover. Yes, I love it. So brilliant, Jill. Thank you very much for coming to my aid. This is just a placeholder. I'm going to put this photo, I'm going to reprint smaller, and it's going to look better. Scale wise, this was too big. It'll be better smaller. I love it. I absolutely love that. Thank you very much, my friend. Now let's look at our embellishments. Embellishments. What else can we put on here? So I'm going to put a word. Let's find a word. Let's look on the chipboard because it's all made, right? It's all made to layer. I wish you guys really understood. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Vicki Booten. These products are my products with American Crafts. When we create these, I don't think any of you have any clue how crazy I am. Like I'll be like, this has to be smaller, change the color, change the words. If you notice, we don't repeat a lot of words. If it's something like love it, I will say it all the time because guess what? I say it all the time. Love it, right? So everything that is created on my product line with American Crafts is done with intention. And it's meant that if I say, hey, you need to get the Happy Life thickers, but you also need the 6x12 stickers because the titles are different. This is dimensional. This is flat. It all works together if you like to layer embellishments, right? So love your tip on resizing pics using print to size. 100%, Jill. I had it out. I had my Epson Picture Mate 400 out. I printed those photos off my phone with print to size in 5 minutes. 5 minutes before I came on live tonight. So it totally will work. So with that being said, I feel like something textural. I don't want to put a flat sticker. I'm going to go to my chipboards. On the road again is going to be perfect right there. Up, is this better? You guys can see the bottom of it now. I'm having so much fun tonight. So much fun. So glad that I came on here because remember, I wasn't supposed to be doing this in August. I was taking a break. But Vicki has a real fear that you guys will leave me and never come back. So I'm like, I better, and I missed you. There, I love it. There you go. Look it. So now I layered some chipboard on the flat. Top of my photos popped up. And we need some little business in my frame because if you're going to use a frame, now my embellishments, the frames give it structure and a place to sit. It's not just kind of laying willy-nilly on the page. By putting them in the frames, it gives it a focal point and it houses those. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to put some filler in here and we need some kind of black element. And holy crow, you still have lots of space for journaling. And Vicki usually doesn't leave you any space for journaling because it's a total afterthought with me. Oh, I love it, Lou. Yeah, the thumbs up on the videos. If you haven't, leave a comment when we're done. And if you haven't already, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and set your reminders so whenever I go live or have something fun going on, you don't miss it. If you're on Facebook, make sure you like and follow my Vicki Booten artist page. And if you haven't, make sure that you join the Vicki Booten Creative Community Group on Facebooks. because we're going to get back to, oh, look at, I'm so excited. Black stars. Look at, those are going to be perfect. Filler. Did you guys also notice that I fill every aspect? You get your money's worth. Every section we can put something in. I talk Melissa into filling it, right? I talk Melissa into filling it because I feel like it's important. You need the stuff. Oh my goodness, I love these. I love this so much. Look at some little black stars in there. Glue these. Do not trust the adhesive on anything. These are going to fall off. So they feel like, yeah, nice and sticky. It's good. And then they'll fall off. So I will go in and put a little glue on there. So I feel like we could put some little things like this could have like a little dot in the middle of the camera or a heart. Put a heart on there. Other elements could go on here. You really could, right? I'll just put a little dot in my little camera center. And I feel like something over here, maybe. I didn't put a butterfly on my page. Let's decide. Is it enough or does it need one more thing? I feel like it needs one more thing. I like that. Do you guys like that? Or does that make you sad because I'm covering everything up? Do I have a smaller one? Because I feel like it's a scale issue. And that's why we do everything in different scales. We do. Look it. I can have a whole little butterfly party. I love it. There's some black. I'm going to use at least 2 of these. So on the 6x12 sticker sheet, we have Charlie and Frank, 2 little butterflies. And I think they could have a little butterfly party right here. Charlie and Frank. I made that up. They're not really Charlie and Frank. But pokey tool. And then really a third one can go up by the camera maybe somewhere. We'll see. So do I want it to go like this and that? I like it. And then I feel like I want 3 butterflies on here. Do you hate that? I like it. And you guys know that I ask you, but I do what I want anyway. If you've been around long enough, you're like, she's going to ask us, but she's going to do what she wants anyway, because it's how I roll. I like to ask you the question, but at the end of the day, I just kind of go with what makes me happy, right? And it's kind of what we should do. You should ask your friend, but maybe your friend doesn't know anything. I like that. I like it. Maybe. I want him a little bit smaller. If he was a little bit smaller, I would be super happy because he's too big. He's a big butterfly. Where did I put the papery? Because there could be a smaller one in there, right? Oh, yes. What were these guys' names, Vicky? I forgot already. It's too big, right, Sharon? It's too big. I want another orange butterfly, but it needs to be about 20% smaller than that one. And then I'd be very happy because I don't want to cover my whole frame. I want it to fit right here. Was it Charlie and Frank? I can't fussy cut him. I can't do surgery, Julia, on that one. So there is a third one here, but it's too small. It's too small, right? Let's look. There's got to be one on something else. I could fussy cut it out of the paper, remember? Or could we use something else? Because, like, look at all this stuff. Look at these fun things. Don't forget, it's a whole nother layer, right? Right? You could, oh, that could be fun. right? You could put one of these on here or here. But I want a butterfly. That's what we're doing. From the paper pad, Natalie. Keep her around for a reason, man. She's smart. Let's look. Do you think it's going to be big enough, Nat? Let's look. It's right here beside me. She's smart. Not just a pretty face. Let's look. Oh my goodness. Did I use the butterfly paper out of here? Natalie. Oh my goodness. She's a smart one. Look at him right there. He's perfect. He's perfect. Could not let the night go by without fussy cussing, right? He is perfect. Why do I always, it's like the bug's life, right? Remember the ladybug was a guy? My butterflies are always he. Not that we have to give him pronouns, but it is always a he. Him. Natalie and Jill for the wins tonight. Where's my little, I don't know where it is. So we'll just, okay, let's see. Quick fussy cut. My eyesight is not so good tonight because I'm tired. I have to go and get glasses, friends. So you're going to see that is going to be happening soon. Vicky's going to show up one night with glasses because I turned 50 a few years ago. I often now, I don't even know how old I am. It never really matters to me. But I know that I am over 50. I think I'm 52. I don't remember. But my eyesight, I've always had 20/20. Perfect eyesight. I turned 50 and I swear it's like I was cursed. And on your 50th birthday, you shall lose your vision and your hearing. And the other thing that will happen is your children will only talk to you in mumbled voices. So that you're always saying pardon. And then half the time, I don't have a clue what they said, but I don't want to get yelled at because they're like, you don't hear anything, you're deaf. So I just often don't say anything and just nod my head because I'm like, I don't know what you say. You mumble and you guys are looking at your phones. I can't hear a thing you're saying. So now I just kind of go with it. Wait till you're 76, Vicky. I'll still be here talking about all of that stuff. Maybe science will come a long way and they'll be able to fix it all and make me look 25. I don't know, something like that. So don't judge my fussy cut butterfly tonight. He's not going to be the bee's knees. He's just going to be ish. But yeah, I can't see anything. I need glasses. Significantly, right? Maleficent. Yep, she cursed me, man. See, that's a better one, but I think it should still pop under. There. Something like that. I do want the butterflies on there. It's such a Vicky thing. I like it. There. Look at it. It's cute, right? Little cute cluster in the bottom. Jill came to the rescue. Love that with the cup. I will print a smaller photo. It's going to go there. But totally, that was fun, right? They're not groundbreaking. We're not doing like amazing things. But it's fun. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you guys made something. I feel like I don't need to add anything else. I feel like it's enough. It's enough. I can step away from the layout now. Oh my goodness, Jill. I love Grace and Frankie. I feel like I'm a little bit of both of them. Like I'm a little bit of Grace and I'm a little bit of Frankie. Right? I love it. So let me put my shirt back on, my cover up, because I don't know about you guys, but when I sat down to work, I in my tank top. So let me flip it around, because I find when I show it to you guys from the front, you often can see more of what's going on, right? That was a lot of fun. And here's what I'm talking about. There are a lot of you guys that are here maybe for the first time tonight. Let me know what you'd like to see, right? In these classes, like in these Friday nights, like you might be like, I would love if she did this kind of layout or this technique. I'm straightening myself out. Hi, how are you? So there might be something you're like, I would love if she would show us how to do this. Let me know. That's why come and visit me on the Vicki Booten Creative community page. Ooh. So can you see that now? Wrong hand, Vicki. Everything's backwards, so just bear with me. But you can see the blue and that flower. Oh my goodness, right? And then the photo will go up there, but hopefully that gives you guys a better idea of, oh, the glitter. That's sparkle. Just kind of magic. Imagine if we would have left this page without putting anything on the background. It'd be kind of boring, right? But can you see that metallic? Love it. I love it. That was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for encouraging me to pop on here. I'm going to tell you that for the rest of August, I won't be on here on Friday night. We'll start back up in September, because we're going to have the 10 plus layout class. I have a handful of kits, 20 kits left. VickiBooten.com. You can find them. I'm telling you, I'm going to show you sneak peeks over the weekend. So be watching my socials, because I'm going to show you sneak peeks. You're not going to want to miss out on that weekend. And once they're gone, they're gone. I won't be ordering anymore. So if you want to play, the kits are very inexpensive for what you get, right? The kits are representative of the product. You get me for free. So it will be a Sunday, and I will be teaching all of the layouts live. It gives you a reason to fill that album and get your picture scrapbook. So again, check that out. Peppermint Kisses, if you want to do a December daily, documenting December kind of idea, that class is in October this year. So you're going to have it done. Christmas cards, because we're going to do on the Friday, Christmas cards using the stamp set that comes with Peppermint Kisses. So much fun. Access only will be up shortly as well. Once those kits go out, you can check that out. Otherwise, it's on your site now. Yes, it's on there, Julia. If you like, Natalie just put a link on Facebook there. But if you go and check under 10 plus layouts series, and then Peppermint Kisses is underneath the other one. The layout that we're doing is the little things, not gardenia. Okay, the little things, but it's going to be so much fun. And other than that, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much. I will be back. Let's start talking about what you'd like to see in Friday Night Lives for the month of September, or at least there'll be a couple. Don't forget, guys, that I'm gone. I leave October 25th, and I don't return until around December 1st. So I will pop on when I can and if I can, but I'm going to be in New Zealand and in Australia. So I teach in New Zealand at a weekend class before we fly off to Brisbane. And then I'm doing back-to-back cruises. And then I get right off the cruise ship and fly to Adelaide to teach a class with my lovely friend, Natalie May. If you are in Australia or New Zealand and you really want to have a fun experience, definitely talk to Michelle Widows and to my friend Natalie. I know there's still spots left for the Adelaide adventure. And like I told you, the kit is huge. It's going to be so much fun. So definitely check that out. But other than that, Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I hope you find some time for yourself to make something fun and throw a little mixed media on it. It's good for the soul. It's good for the soul, and spending time with you guys is good for the soul. As I always say, my cup runneth over. I love this community. So thank you so much, friends. Have a lovely weekend, and we'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks, Nat. You're the best, man. You're the best. We'll see you guys later.